it's time for the match game. Hollywood Square, Hour with from Riptide, Tom Bray. From Duck Factory, Nancy Lane. From Newhart, Tom Poston. Jimmy Walker. Jane Kennedy. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Square's Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bauman.
Look, Nancy, your dress is falling off. That's the style. They're all doing
Style.
this.
Oh, listen, it's not so unusual.
Am I elegant? Am I too much?
Tom.
Oh, Tom. Tom, you're
so
turning us on.
He's so trendy, isn't he?
Yes.
So cute.
Okay. Right. Take it off. Now, I know it's Friday, but I want you to remember your actor's energy, what you all learn in acting class.
Yes.
And tessitura, you know.
Tessitura, I played her in Gypsy.
I know you did.
I did that.
That's a great part. You'd be wonderful in that.
It was
I did
fun.
Gypsy, too.
You did?
Yeah, I played the guy.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Okay.
Shall we?
Okay,
Every time we're here,
light the lights.
He spilled the water on you.
got
Throw a box of
nothing to
Kleenex
hit
in, Tim.
but
Give me the
the
box.
Get them up. Every time me and Tom sit together, it's a collapse. We can't sit together. Where's our producer?
He thinks because I do this boat show that I need to be covered with water.
Thank God the show isn't on
It
yet.
must be a scene.
What a catch by Gene Rayburn, ladies and gentlemen.
Start the show with housekeeping.
Every time.
You don't get
I need some more cards.
Yes.
I remember
God
your
the
actor's
show
energy.
hasn't
Let's go.
started.
What, Tom?
Thank God the show hasn't started yet. This
No,
would look
no.
so silly at home.
None of this is on the
you
tape,
asked
is
for
it?
energy.
No, okay. All right, now we're ready to start. Ready? Now, let's say hello to our two players over here, Nathan Barr and Jan Hackett. Applause, applause, applause. Hello, Nathan. Tell us about you, please.
Well, I'm single.
Yeah.
I'm native California, and I work as an engineer for a major aerospace company.
Really? Is that a fascinating field?
Yes, it is.
I know. I sat next to a guy in a plane once, not too long ago, who was with one of the outfits out here that built the space shuttle and did all that, and it was really interesting to sit next to him, and it would be interesting to sit next to a guy like you and talk about that business. All right, Jan, let's hear about you.
Hi, I'm 31 and I'm married, and I have a 2-year-old son named Shane, and I teach high school English.
You do? Can you diagram a sentence?
No.
Okay, we won't ask you to. Let's begin with the match game. And you'll have 3 chances to match as many of them as you can. And the winner will go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Nathan won the toss. Do you want A or B?
I'll take 8.
You take A? All right. Fat Frida said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fat Frida said, my son wants me to go on a diet.
Why?
On Mother's Day, instead of sending me a candygram, he sent me a blank gram. Instead of a candygram, a blank gram.
Yes, Mr.
2 times.
Okay.
I have to sit up. I can't
Cotton
sit
balls
down.
stuck all
I
over
have
you.
to go.
Oh, all over you. Right.
I can't handle it.
Ready, Tom? Here we go, Nathan. Fat Frida said, my son wants me to go on a diet. On Mother's Day, instead of sending me a candygram, he sent me a blank gram.
Celery gram.
A celery gram. Anything dieting, that's all right. Don't make him feel bad. Celery gram is okay.
Very hip.
Yes.
Headband.
Celery is worrying enough without getting it in a gram. Actually, I had to say this, you know. A Diet Coke gram.
A Diet Coke gram. That's all right.
It's very good.
Yes. Right?
Oh, you want my answer?
I want your
It was
answer.
not celery. It was a diet gram.
A diet gram. All right. Nancy with the laughing face.
It's diet, but it's not the match. It's kind of skis.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, Nancy, you mustn't destroy your image.
Okay.
Okay.
On Duck Factory, I wear a lot of these kinds of tops.
That's right.
All right,
Tune
you
in.
must tune in to Duck Factory.
More later.
See if Nancy's shoulder falls. Hello there.
She was the star of Flashdance, I believe. I said, this is kind of an intricate answer, which is another nice way of saying that it stinks. I said, see, because the guy, real fat, right? So what he sent was an electrocardiogram. See, because
That's a real
when you're real fat, hey, don't you tell them what to think of my answer, buddy. Don't you tell them what to think of my answer. They liked it, pal.
How can
you turned
bully
them.
my answer and accept his?
That's a good.
Right.
I like
Mine
it.
It's
was
good.
better than
I think
his.
that-
I'm
Never
just
match
an
anyone.
innocent bystander
Yes,
here. That's
yeah.
all.
Come on, Tom. Be
Well,
brilliant.
I'm in the genre of
the
rabbit
genre
food,
of celery?
but
Carrot. Close. That's
Get
good.
out, get out
Jimmy?
of the
it's in
genre.
the genre.
I kind of like mine. I thought
been
mine
in the
was great. I
genre
thought
too
maybe you
long.
might come up with that, but his answer was right. I said diet gram.
Diet Graham. All right.
Yeah, diet gram.
Jan Hackett. Here we go. Mrs. Mean Joe Green said.
Mrs. Mean Joe.
Mrs. Mean
Mrs.
Joe.
Mean Joe.
Mrs. Mean Joe Green said, my husband Joe is so mean, not only does he tackle when he plays football, he tackles when he plays blank. How we doing?
Another one? Yeah. The previous answer needed another one, too.
Tom Bray, ready. Jan Hackett. Mrs. Mean Joe Green said, my husband Joe is so mean, not only does he tackle when he plays football, he tackles when he plays blank.
Checkers.
Checkers. It's all right, any game here.
Good answer.
Any game is okay here.
I think we're all going to go home. We're not going to match that one. You know, sack the quarterback. In the sack. Right? All right.
Very
When
nice.
he plays
Wait a
in the
minute.
sack.
That's very good.
When he plays.
When he plays in the sack.
Yeah.
He tackles when he plays
That's
in
got-
the sack.
got it,
You
got
know? Take a little liberty.
Jane, I think
We
it's
understood.
wonderful. You've aroused my libido.
That was tough.
All right.
Tom said tackles when he plays house.
When he plays house. 2 in a row. Nancy?
Nancy said, tackles when he plays with me.
Aha.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, really, Doctor.
Well, really what?
Doctor.
See, Mean and Mrs. Mean are very childish. And in fact, he does tackle when he plays doctor.
Aha.
Yeah!
All right, Tom.
When he plays the piano. No, tennis.
Tennis. Tackles when he plays tennis. Jan is looking for checkers. Not going to come up.
My residual funniness for many years that the crowd has known me for a long time, so they know that I don't have to be funny every minute to prove anything anymore. I don't have to have a good answer anymore because I've had enough. I said marbles, but the crowd knows me, and it's all right. Don't worry about the crowd.
Marbles is okay. Don't apologize for that. That's a good answer. Marbles is excellent. So there's the round 1 question, 0-0. Round 2 coming up right after this for you.
I was going to say rookie.
Ready to play?
1, 8, 2,
Say it again.
1,
8,
2, 1,
8, 2.
1, 8, 2.
I'm not going to even try to hide my excitement.
Thursday brings
Holy moly! 3D in 2D.
We're back, baby.
there are 12 new holes and one they just lit on fire.
It's a playground for some of the greatest athletes in the world. Not a bad move. Oh no!
Holy moly 3D in 2D 2-hour season premiere Thursday on ABC.
Oh, that's a keeper.
From classic concentration to match game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Right to agree, and you win the game!
Never have so many shows been so primed for prime time. Buzzer Prime. Weeknights starting at 8, right here on Buzzer.
Here we go with round 2. Spin. Score is tied. You went first last time. You go first this time.
B.
You guys.
You got it. Richard Nixon said.
Pay attention.
Let me just...
Thanks.
NBC just hired me to host a new game show. It's a remake of blank.
That's it?
That's it.
Blank, huh?
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon. Right. Two women on the upper tier, Jane and Nancy.
They get 2.
Okay.
Ready?
It's the funky.
Richard Nixon said NBC just hired me to host a new game show. It's a remake of...
Password.
Why would he do that, Jan?
I don't know. It just sounds kind of, could be underhanded. I don't know.
Oh, password. You mean as
Password,
in spies and
Yeah.
CIA and all of that?
I think that'll get you
Yeah.
early, Jim.
All right.
It's the last
What,
game.
did you have password and you threw it
I
away?
wrote password and I threw it away.
Sorry, we'll take your word for
I
it.
really did because
Yes.
I thought of, there it is.
You threw
I
that
wrote
away.
password, but this is the one I went with, to tell the truth.
Got the idea now, Jan?
Yes.
Hello, Tom.
Well, you got to know what I was going to say.
Yeah, because you did it for years and years. Tell the truth.
Those are little hearts there.
Right. Yes.
Tell the truth with a heart on it.
With
That's the way I did it.
Kitty Carlisle. Who
Tell the
else?
truth with Kitty Carlisle. Those are for Kitty.
Yes, right.
And I remembered that.
Yes, indeed. All right. All right, we come to John Bauman.
I just have a variation on the same theme. I said, truth or consequences.
Another goodie.
Very good.
Tom Bray.
Now, I didn't write this, but something came to mind. It could be let's make a deal. But instead I said to tell the truth.
Indeed. Jimmy Walker, to tell the truth. I hope you're not getting a hang of it too late here, Jan. We do want to have a contest between you and Nathan. So far.
Anything either, you know.
I know that, yes. Zip to zip. Kojak said, my wife used to like to run her fingers through the hair on my head. Now that I'm bald, she likes to... she likes to run her fingers through my blank.
What?
That's it.
All right.
Oh,
Here we go.
Never matched.
Say it again. I don't know.
Fancy.
Hey, the music stopped.
I get embarrassed.
Hey, we broke the tape. That's the first time the music has ever stopped. Oh, shucks. We didn't break the tape. Okay.
All right.
Jane, are you ready?
Yes, I did
John,
put it in.
let's go.
I was laughing at Tom's answer.
Okay. Nathan. Kojak said, my wife used to like to run her fingers through the hair on my head, but now that I'm bald, she likes to run her fingers through my blank.
Eyebrows?
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
What?
He's a very literal-minded fellow, isn't he? Eyebrows.
Obviously, Nathan, you do not have chest hair.
Chest hair.
What's the chest hair? There's some hair on my blank.
Right. What do you say?
Read the thing again.
Oh, this is perfect.
She liked to run her fingers through the hair on my head. Now that I'm bald, she likes to run her fingers through my brothers.
Oh, Curly George.
Curly George is right. Why did I think of that?
I was laughing too hard at his answer to think clearly. I put beard, and I know he doesn't have
Beard. And you got it upside down,
Oh,
too.
beard.
Yeah.
That's perfectly good.
Well, beard is okay.
It's
Eyebrow-
better than okay. The only thing
It's in the genre of eyebrows.
yeah, it's the only thing it's not better than is eyebrows.
Right. Hey, Nathan. One in a row for Nathan. Okay, Tom Bray.
I gotta tell you that eyebrows is the stupidest answer I've ever heard, which is why I said eyebrows.
Right. Two for Nathan. Jimmy Walker.
I didn't have a match Rooney. I said, she's still trying, looking for hair. I said, scalp.
Scalp is okay.
That was head shine.
So, Nathan, you pick up 2, and there's the end of round 2, and he's ahead, 2-0. Third and final round right after this. Third and final round. Here we go. Nathan, you're ahead. A or B?
A, please.
You want A? Okay.
Oh.
Jimmy and the upper tier.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, did you hear Dumb Donald open up a restaurant?
Oh.
Yeah. He's so dumb, instead of hiring a strolling violin player, he hired a strolling blank player. That's how dumb he is.
You got it.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Tom Poston, you can throw it up to him. No, you ready? Okay, Tom? Nathan. Dumb Donald opened up a restaurant. He's so dumb, instead of hiring a strolling violin player, he hired a strolling blank player.
Harp.
Harp? Any reason why he hired?
Well, that's kind of like a violin.
Yeah. And it'd be
Nathan,
hard
you
to
may
hear.
back into a win here.
Yeah. All is not lost, Jan. Don't give up, honey. Jane.
I just knew this was going to be an easy one. Piano.
Piano, of course. That's it. Tom?
Well, my Donald was much dumber than Jane's so he hired a strolling soccer player.
A soccer player. That would really be dumb. Oh, boy, I'll say.
And my dumb Donald
Was
he was so dumb that he hired a strolling record player.
Aha! Another good one. What do you got, JJ?
I thought that since John Bauman's a concert pianist, many didn't know this. I knew this. I said piano player.
Of course. Right.
I know.
So Nathan stays at 2. That gives Jan a little breathing room here. She needs 2 to tie and 3 to win. Piece of cake. Jane said,
What did I say?
my new boyfriend is always laughing and telling jokes.
True.
Unfortunately, his customers don't appreciate it. You see, he works in a blank. Here we go. Jan Hackett, last chance. 2 to tie, 3 to win. Jane said, my new boyfriend is always laughing and telling jokes. Unfortunately, his customers don't appreciate it. You see, he works in a blank.
Funeral parlor.
Very good. He's got it. Do you have it?
No, I didn't. That's a very good answer, but I had operating room.
Operating room is a good one.
Close. One step away from the
That's
funeral
right.
parlor.
That's not bad. Stay out of those places.
Yes, that's the case.
I said Iraratrom.
Iraratrom.
So-
That's a match, a mortuary.
Oh, I said a mortuary.
Iraratrom.
Calm down, calm down.
I didn't know how to spell morgue, because I put mortuary.
Mortuary, we got a tie score, 2 to 2. One more of those places, and Jan, will win the game.
Funeral parlor.
He wins the game. All the way across. Come on down. Come on down. Ready. Right there. You're right with you. Hey, Nathan. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I'm going to send some gifts to Nathan Barr from the match game. There he goes. Hey! All right, here we're going to switch now to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of the set. John and I will trade places. And 3 stars are going to appear here as if by magic. We got a lot more excitement coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive the Silver Reed Penman, fully electronic, compact daisy-wheel typewriter. Practical enough for the home, durable enough for the office, furnished by Silver Reed. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, our win from St. Elsewhere, Ed Begley Jr. From WTHR in Indianapolis, Kim Hood. From Fame, Carlo Imperato. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
Yeah! That Hollywood Squares will live forever, starting about 2 minutes from now, okay?
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
And we have found out that Jan, in fact, could hack it. Jan Hackett hacked it right into the Hollywood Squares, and we'll find out if these 3 new celebrities can hack it on our Friday. They are Carlo Imperato from Fame, Kim Hood, who is an anchor woman on our affiliate in Indianapolis. Good to have you here. and Ed Begley Jr. from St. Elsewhere.
As opposed to Ed Begley sophomore.
So, Doctor, just give us a little status report, Mr. Begley Jr., on the story of St. Elsewhere.
We're coming back for another season, of course, and very happy to do that. Yes. And I'm doing some wonderful plays at Dinner Theater. I'm doing 2 plays for the price of 1. I'm doing Strindberg's Creditors, and I'm playing several parts in that. And also, I'm playing all 3 sisters in Chekhov's Three Sisters. And I'm doing Nag in a wonderful Beckett piece called Endgame. And it's the 3. You get a 3rd play on the weekend.
Terrific.
Also.
And Norman, is that you? You'll probably do an Ehrlich, You're a Pig.
That's right.
It's great to have you here. Jan Hackett, let's zip right over here and play Hollywood Squares.
Moscow, Ed, Moscow.
Moscow. I will. Synthesize.
We have a defending champ, as usual. Her name is Fran Austin, which is fairly unusual. She's only been here for 1 day. But it was a very productive day. Her total, which is pretty unusual, is $21,875. And old Cape Cod probably never looked sweeter to you, did it?
Better believe it.
Because, yeah, we matched on that one yesterday for $20,000. It's only your 2nd day, so why don't you redo the synopsis of your life, 25 words or less.
I live in Anaheim. I'm a homemaker. I have 2 children, ages 22 and 12. And I enjoy water skiing and tennis.
Okay, well, we enjoy having you here. And so far, you have enjoyed playing Hollywood Squares. You're going to play it again. Hope you enjoy it today. Jan will have something to say about that. You're going to play it till you hear the time's up bell. And whoever's ahead goes on to play Supermatch. You won $20,000 yesterday. It could be worth up to $30,000. First game's worth $100, $25 for every square. So, take a look at that board, Fran Austin, and pick a star.
Tom Poston.
Tom Poston.
Lucky devil.
Yes, don't shout. Just speak in a normal voice.
But she does have to speak up a little.
What?
Tom Poston, you would like a job that doesn't require you to wear a suit and tie. Can you become a Playboy bunny, or doesn't the Playboy Club hire boy bunnies?
Or doesn't the Playboy Club hire boy bunnies? I don't think they do. I don't know, but I don't think so.
He says they don't hire boy bunnies. What do you say, Fran, for the first square?
Besides, they have to wear ties.
I agree.
The Playboy Club does not hire boy bunnies. Good for you. You're right to agree. You get yourself right on the square. Take your act someplace else, Tom Poston. No Playboy Club for you, Jan Hackett. Take your act up there on the board and pick a star for an O.
I turn my key in.
Tom Bray, please.
Yes.
Tom Bray from
I'd turn my key in if they did have male bunnies there.
You're a private eye, Tom.
Private eye.
You find a guy dead in his car.
Dead.
And his skin is bright red. Did he die of carbon monoxide poisoning?
Or was it a convertible? Is that what you're going to ask? In the sun, never mind.
Close.
Obscure,
Good one.
yeah.
Close. Did he die of carbon monoxide poisoning, or did he eat a rancid chicken?
Or did he eat a rancid chicken?
Right.
Anyone we know?
In point of fact, the poor soul died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Agree or disagree, Jan?
I agree.
He died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square and you're on the board. The rancid chicken will have to wait. Fran Austin, your turn for an X.
Gene Rayburn.
Okay. In Indian Sign Language, what does it mean when an Indian sticks out his tongue and points to it? No, it either means, I think I'm going to die, or does it simply mean the word tongue?
The hot chocolate's too hot. Burn my tongue.
I think I'm going to die, or tongue?
Tongue. That's it. Tongue.
Agree or disagree, Fran?
A simple little tongue.
Tongue.
I agree.
It means tongue. So you're right to agree. You get the square. Good for you. Simple as could be. $50 for the champ, $25 for the challenger. We'll be back to finish the $100 game after these messages. See you then.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Okay, Fran Austin is boogieing away to 50 to 25 for our challenger, but it is your move, Jan. Pick a star.
Ed DeBlock.
Okay, now you missed this one. The first game goes to Fran. Ed Begley Jr., according to ad man David Ogilvy.
Of Ogilvy and Mather.
Right. If an ad has a picture of a beautiful woman in it, who will be more interested, men or other women?
I have no gag answer for this, only the real answer, women.
It says other women will be more interested. Agree or disagree, Jan?
I agree.
Other women will be more interested in that ad. Yeah, interesting. You're right to agree, you get the square, and you do block. So, Fran, you're thwarted in that position, but it is your turn. Try to place an X.
Jimmy,
Isn't
please.
that interesting? I never...
Jimmy Walker.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, and my crowd is here, and America's here, and we're all here. They're all here, everybody. We've all joined forces.
Here's something you probably didn't know, Jimmy.
No, I knew this.
You're an Australian frilled lizard.
You knew that.
I knew that.
I share a dressing room with him. Believe me, he is.
You're an Australian frilled lizard, and you're in danger.
Oh, no.
What will you do?
Run.
Will you stand up on your hind legs and run? Or will you frizz up your frills till you look like a fuzzball?
I think there's some slurs going on here, and I see some black people out there. Let's take over the stage now, boys. Let's go.
Eldridge, you want to come down here, please?
No, I think what they do is they're chameleons. I said that word good, chameleons. I learned that from Boy George. They're chameleons, so they blend into the turf. So in Watts, they would be like fudge sticks and stuff like that. And in Australia, I'm sure they turn into fuzzballs. So it goes on, the same kind of thing. Yes.
He says an Australian frilled lizard in danger will frizz up his frills till it looks like a fuzzball. Agree or disagree? Fran?
I agree.
An Australian frilled lizard in danger will stand up on his hind legs and run. So you should have disagreed with that frilled fuzzball.
Maybe.
And
but
your opponent gets that square and puts an O up there. So, Jan, you are playing O. Make your move.
Nancy to win.
This will give you the first game. Nancy Lane from the Duck Factory.
John Bauman from Match Game Hollywood Squares. What?
Is that my cue?
Yes.
You've just given birth to twins.
Oh, God forbid.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't call.
Yeah, really.
Now, could they each have a different father? Or is that something you could only see on a soap opera?
I think you can read about it in Inquirer.
I want to know.
She lives next door to the lady that ate the dog
Right,
for lunch.
yeah.
The same story. No, they cannot.
They cannot have a different father.
Yes. No.
Okay, she says twins have to have the same father. What do you say, Jan, for the game?
I disagree.
Very authoritatively, she disagrees. The audience gasps. And in fact, twins can have different fathers. You're perfectly right to disagree. Boy, does she know that all along. You get the square. You win the game. Very well done. That is known as superfetation, if anyone cares. How did you know that?
I teach math, too.
Aha. She knows it from her teaching experience. Okay. Good for you. $200 for Jan Hackett, $50 for you, Fran Austin, but there's plenty of time. Take the X's and O's off the board. We're going to start a $200 game if everybody's ready. You get to start, Fran. Pick a star.
Tom Poston.
Very good for her. Tom Poston from Newhart. You were entered in a surfing contest. Is it possible you have a longer board than the other guys? Or
just more gnarly, I think. Probably.
Or must your boards be exactly the same length?
In a surfing contest, well, it depends. There are all different kinds, but in the professional contests, the boards are all the same length.
What do you say, Fran?
I agree.
One board can be longer, so you should have disagreed with Tom Poston, and your opponent gets that square, and she is on a bit of a roll. Jan Hackett, try to continue with another O.
Carlo?
Okay, Carlo Imperato. Will you burn more calories doing a waltz or digging a hole?
I gotta find out. Let me see. Probably digging a hole. Put more effort into it.
Okay, he says digging a hole will burn more calories. What do you say, Jan?
I disagree.
Oh.
You will burn more calories digging a hole. So you should have agreed with Carlo. And your opponent gets that square. Evens us up in a $200 game. That was very important. 430 calories per hour digging a hole, which is quite a bit. Can burn a lot of calories being on fame, by the way, with the energy you guys put out. We'll be back to complete our $200 game after this. See you then.
1, 8, 2.
Say it again.
1, 8, 2.
1, 8, 2.
225 for the challenger, 75 for the champ. But really, everything rides on this $200 game. Fran Austin, it's your move. You were playing X.
Jane, please.
Jane Kennedy.
Yes.
For another X. Do female worker bees have an active sex life? Or is the queen bee the only female who gets any action?
That's the buzz I hear.
That's the buzz you want?
That's the buzz I hear.
The queen bee is the only one in the hive that lays the eggs. So she's obviously the only one that's getting any action.
My football now? Okay.
Yeah.
She says that the queen bee is the only one who gets any action. What do you say, Fran?
I agree.
It is only the queen bee. Yes, you have done it. You're right to agree, and you get the square. Very good. Well, a couple of X's up there strategically placed, and you're playing O.
Jean to block, please.
You missed this one, then the game and the lead goes over to Fran. Jean, in Russia, is a vasectomy the most common operation performed, or are vasectomies reserved for the privileged few?
Just the party members, Gene.
Niet.
Having a vasectomy means never having to say you're sorry.
I would say
You abstain on that?
it is not, as Milo Vangela said in his book, it is not a classless society. And the privileged few, I believe if they want it, they can get it. But the man on the street can't get it.
Okay, so he says
he's not getting anything. No vodka, nothing.
Okay, unlike the queen bee.
Right.
He says vasectomies are reserved for the privileged few in Russia. What do you say, Jan, for a very important block?
I agree.
In Russia, a vasectomy is reserved for the privileged few. You're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. Thank you, Senator from Cape Cod. Very well done. Fran Austin, you are thwarted there, and now it's your move, the shoes on the other foot.
Ed to block.
You missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Jan at this point in the game. Ed Begley, you have one long hair growing out of your ear.
Ooh. I fashioned it into a mustache. You should see what I do with my nose hairs. Wonderful. Never mind.
Now, according to the Ear Foundation, can you pull it out yourself, or should only a doctor pluck it?
Oh, you should never pull it out yourself. It's connected to the anvil and the stirrup and the important parts of the ear, the auditory elements that are all part of the inner workings of the inner ear and all that auditory mechanism.
Jazz.
Thank you very much, Ed.
He's absolutely right.
Okay, Dr. Ehrlich from St. Elsewhere says, have your doctor pluck out that hair. Agree or disagree? Fran, to block.
I agree.
You should have your doctor do it. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. So this is turning into quite a fray. And Jan Hackett, it's back to you for an O.
Kim to block, please.
Okay. This is Kim Hood from our affiliate in Indianapolis. And if you missed this one, Jan, Fran takes the game. Can Orson Welles weigh himself on an ordinary bathroom scale? Or is he too much for one scale to handle?
Don't let him hear you say that.
He's too much for one scale to handle because the normal scale only goes up to 200 pounds and the man is well over 400.
Okay, she says he's too much for one scale to handle. Jan, agree or disagree? To block.
I agree.
He weighs too much for one scale to handle. Yes, you're right to agree. Reasoning and statistics don't really count. You doped it out. An ordinary scale goes up to 300 pounds. 300 pounds.
I tried.
Orson weighs, well, he's an enormous talent. Let's put it that way.
He just did one of those wheat thins commercials.
Fran,
where he says, you know,
she stopped you once again. It is your move for an X.
Tom Brady to block.
Okay. You missed this one? Jan takes the game. Tom Bray, you've been under a lot of stress lately. Which of your problems is more likely to get worse? Your dandruff or your warts?
Stress. Dandruff or warts, huh?
Nice choice.
Well, I think probably under stress, I would probably, because I'm stressful, not shampoo as much. You know? How's that, huh?
All right, let's talk about body
So
odor.
dandruff.
That's
My
great.
dandruff would get worse because I wouldn't be shampooing. Whereas the warts, you know, what do? You put a little of that stuff on it.
He says your dandruff would get worse under a lot of stress. What do you say, Fran, to block?
I agree.
Your dandruff, it is, will get worse under a lot of stress. You get the square, and you do block. Boy, almost a full house for you, Jam. Pick a star.
Nancy, please.
Okay, this is Nancy for an O.
Okay.
Now, I will point out that your opponent has 4 X's up on the board. That means that if you and Nancy miss this question, she will get the square and have 5 X's, which will give her the game. So, in effect, this is for a block. Nancy Lane, about how long is the average banana? 6 inches or 9 inches?
Excuse me, why am I getting all these questions? Okay.
Someone have a
I think
yardstick.
it's 9 inches. I think 6 inches is a little too short because they curve, and I think
That's good enough.
That's what you get for taking your dress off.
She says the average banana is 9 inches, right?
I think so, yeah.
Agree or disagree, Jan?
Oh, I agree.
You do agree. The average banana is 9 inches. So you're right to agree. You get the square. And now it's completely full. We've come down to the time's up bell. That means that our new champ is Jan Hackett. $300. Congratulations. You did it. Zip yourself right over there. Join Gene Rayburn. Get set for your shot at the big money. Well, at least you had one really terrific day here.
Yes, I sure did.
This is a very competitive game, and by the way, you both played extremely well.
Thank you.
You're an excellent player yesterday as well. You're leaving here with a total of, in just 2 days, $22,025 for Fran Austin. You're terrific. Gene, take it away.
Okay, John, here we are with the champ. We'll be back with her and the stars for the big go right after this.
Never have so many shows been so primed for prime time. Buzzer Prime. Coming up next.
Oh, I love that.
Right here on Buzzer.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Gene. Here we go. Ready, Jan?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, here in the super match, she could win up to $30,000. We wish her well. We've got the money to give away. We hope she wins it. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Hang blank. If you say the answer they wrote down most often, get $1,000. For the second, $500. And for the third, $250. Whom do you call on for a little suggested help here?
Bed.
Hang in there.
Hang in there is his response.
John.
Hang loose.
Okay, you've got 2.
Tom Bray.
Hang glide.
Hang glide. So you have hang glide, hang loose, hang in there. All right, you may choose one of those or create one of your own invention. What is your pleasure here? Think it over. Don't want to rush you.
Hang in there.
Hang in there? That was Ed Begley's answer.
Don't forget to hang 10 also.
Oh, it's hang 10, hang nail.
Hang out. I was going to say that.
Hang out.
Hang down
Hang
your
up.
hang nail.
Hang nail.
Hang down your head.
Anybody else want to offer something?
up.
You got one, Gene? What? Hang up. Oh, very good. How about yours, Rich? Hang loose. Yeah, all right. Let's
Hang 10. I like
She
that.
chose hang in there. We'll find out if it's up there, and if so, where. May we see the $250 response? Hangman.
That's the game. That's
All
what I
right.
put too.
Somebody thought of that there. The $500 response says, hang loose.
Oh, no.
You may be right. By Jove, she might have it. All right, let's slide the big one. Go, Steve.
Hang 10.
Hang 10.
10, but of course they didn't pick on
Hang
me. I had
10. Did you have that?
They don't pick on me because I know that question.
Well,
I
you
had
didn't
that.
match
right here.
anyone here. You did think of hang 10. Why didn't you say it?
I
That's
trusted the
first response.
stars.
Hang 10.
She didn't say hang 10 because she said I trusted
Well,
the
it depends.
stars.
Hey, if the audience is in from Tennessee, they're not going to say hang 10.
Right.
Hang 10.
Well, listen, you didn't match any of the answers on the board, but because you are a champion, we're going to stake you to $100 so you can go on and play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, we'll ask the star to reveal the hidden number, and then we'll multiply your $100 by whatever number is revealed. Now, more than ever, it's really important for you to try and figure out which of the stars has the big number, the 30.
John.
Just because he's the
Think
host.
John has it?
Just because he's the host, right?
Why not? He's the host. Pick him.
Think John has it?
Yeah.
All right. John, ready, set, go. He's got a 20, so you're playing for $2,000.
That's all right.
All right. There you go. Here we go. Ham blank. H-A-M blank. Ham blank. Ham blank. Now, John's made up his mind, Jan. It's up to you to collect the $2,000. You match him, and you get the money. What do you say?
Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese? That's one ham and cheese coming up. Hold the mustard. All right, he's nodding affirmatively. Maybe he does have a ham and cheese up his sleeve. It's going to be a messy coat, but you'll get the money.
It's just so funny because you and I were thinking exactly alike. We eliminated all those other crummy kind of, general answers and got down to the specifics, but I chose the other one, ham on rye.
Ham on rye.
Yeah. It's the same thought.
Food, ham and eggs would have been a good one.
But I mean, specific as opposed to ham sandwich or
Ham sandwich, ham bone.
Ham bone.
Yeah. Ham bone connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone connected to the knee bone. Hello. Listen, how much money you got? $400? That's not bad. You'll be back tomorrow, or you're back Monday, rather, and have another go at it. We'll be back with her and the stars right after this. Now we're going to find out where the big 3-0 is. Stars, ready, set, go. Let's see it. Ed Begley. Ed Begley has to be go. Stars, you were wonderful. Come back again sometime.
Please.
Thank you. And Jan and John, we'll see you on Monday. I'm Gene Raven, inviting you to join us Monday.
John Bauman saying so long for that Kid Home Scares Hour. Have a nice weekend.
A member of our studio audience will receive a white sewing machine with 10 built-in utility and stretch stitches on one color-coded dial. Lightweight with built-in handle for easy portability, furnished by White Sewing Machine. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.